Hello, I'm Joseph. This is Penpot. It is a interface design tool that you can use to quickly prototype out some ideas, whether it be a mobile app or website, stuff like that. It has an inspector which you can use to get like width dimensions and some HTML, some CSS codes, SVGs, that type of stuff. They have a prototype section so you can wireframe everything all up together. Do that, and they also you can preview it so you can hit play. Now this play is only desktop. There's no mobile version of this. It also doesn't have a really critical point, which it doesn't support scrollable interfaces. It has the ability to do comments, and you can share this out with people. So if you can click on here, you can go ahead and comment this up. You can get the code for it as well, which is really cool. So really, really cool for that. It has basic stuff that you can do, like slide-in animations, dissolve, that type of thing. And then the scrollable interface part doesn't really support. So what I've done is I added like a little bar here I can click, and then it would go to the next screen. But this next screen is supposed to be if the person has scrolled down, that type of thing. You kind of get the idea. It's not as I would want, but it gives me everything that I need to go ahead and kind of mock stuff up, see how it works and stuff like that. So really, really cool. Generally, I'm happy with it. Um, it has all the basic design stuff that you need. So, for example, you can do rounded corners and stuff like that via, well, let me just click this area. So you put your rounded corner there. You can do it individually. You can rotate it. They have some other stuff for clipping of content. Like for example, I was doing it really quickly, and I have my bottom thing down here, which has this massive circle, but I can clip it. So this way it's not having to be outbound from the entire canvas. So yeah, they support clipping, um, group stuff, ungroup things, whole component system. The gotcha with the component system is you do need to set up your components up correctly, and I haven't really done that. And that was because I was using Material UI and it completely broke for 2.0. They do offer, by the way, their own little templates that you can pull from. And the way it works is that you'll copy Wireframe Kit as a project into a separate project, and then you can pull from it. And then when you want to modify, at least from what it was from 2.0, I'm not, or 1.0, I'm not sure why. Like what I would used to do is I would go to assets, and in my Material UI, when I want to customize maybe some of the colors, I would click on here, and there'll be a way to actually go and edit this color, which I can't do. So what it would do is like tell me to jump in here. It'll open up the other project. I'd change it in the other project, and then it'll give me an update dialog to update the components back in here as well. It wasn't that seamless, but now I don't know. This is not working at all for whatever reason. Cancel. You kind of get the idea. So it's usable. With that though, this component section for, or they call it assets, is a bit of an annoying part, because what I would do is I would scroll all the way down, choose some text, and then go to the layer section, come back, and it'll just reset to scroll. And I got to go all the way back down, choose another piece of text or choose an input field, that type of stuff. Go back to layers, reset, scroll, that type of thing. I wish they can fix this at some point. You can use search, but your search resets also when you're going between layer and assets. So it's a little bit of an annoying thing. The colors, you don't need to keep going to your assets for that, because you can actually change the color from your file library or from the component library that you're including from the other project. And you can choose it there. So you don't have to keep going to assets to do that for. You just can't do that for the actual text part of that here. So when I click on text, nothing happens. If I click this little thing here, it'll let me change the name, but it doesn't change the name. I don't know what this does, to be honest. I can't actually switch it to the typography of like header 1. So if I type it in header 1, it doesn't do anything at all. So I'm not sure what that was doing. There we go. Just wanted to make sure it was I'm not changing things I'm not supposed to change. So you kind of get that there, and then the things like drop shadow, blur, clipping content, grouping things together, really basic stuff. I'm generally happy with all of it. I'm not having issues with any positioning or anything else like that. They have a responsive layout stuff that you can do with like grid systems and things like that. I've not touched that section. But yeah, it's a completely free open source tool. I'm very happy with it so far. The move to 2.0 has been really good because now the performance issues I was having in 1.0 on like my Mac Mini is gone, and I can work on the same interface regardless of the computer. Because previously it was like I zoom in and I'd click on something and it wouldn't select for like a while because it was I don't know what it was doing, but it wouldn't select, and I kind of gave up on that, and I just went to the layer section. And then when I try to move something, it takes a while to redraw. All that seems to be gone now. And 2.0 definitely fixed a lot of those performance issues that I was having. Is there anything else to talk about? At least on my part, no, not really. I've done quite a lot in here so far. So I've spent about 30-ish hours. Actually, I think it's closer to 40 for this prototype. And it's not because I'm spending it like in Penpot, but I got to think about the stuff when I'm laying it out anyways. But kind of get the idea. And this is really awesome. Self-hosted, free. Can't really complain. If you guys have any questions or comments, please leave them down below. If you have any corrections, maybe they do have a scrollable interface that I'm just not aware of, let me know. Um, and I'm very happy with it. I can't wait for what they do next with this here, because in terms of like Adobe XD and Figma, it's not close, but it's way better than what I was doing before, which was using Inkscape and trying to prototype stuff in Inkscape. This is a much better, well-rounded solution.